Okay, I have something to talk about that I think a lot of people will be able to relate to in some way, and it's that every time I share a video, someone has to leave a comment about how they hate my nose ring, usually a man. The septum piercing is one of the most ancient human piercings, but I recognize that in modern Western culture, this piercing carries a stigma and is not seen as beautiful by mainstream culture. But does it ever occur to these commenters that people, women especially, are allowed to do things to their appearance that isn't about being more beautiful as judged by the masses? To be clear, I like my septum piercing. I think it's pretty. I think that they look pretty on everyone because it brings a point of symmetry to the face. And I also know that my opinion is not the popular opinion, and I'm fine with that. But like, can't I make choices about my appearance that are not about becoming more beautiful in the eyes of the masses? Can't my body just be mine for a second? If all you can see about my face when you watch one of my videos is this nose ring, and your first thought is that you just must tell me, then you are holding the assumption that I exist to be beautiful to you. I do not. I do not care if you do or don't find me beautiful. I care if I find myself beautiful. I spent most of my life being Mormon and believing that my eternal salvation rested on finding a husband, which meant that I needed to present with as much mass appeal as possible in order to find a worthy husband to want to marry me, to pick me. That is an absolutely miserable existence, for one, but also I realized that it turned me into a gray rock of sorts. By trying to fit this very narrow standard of beauty, which Mormonism has an even more narrow definition of beauty than mainstream culture, I was becoming a gray rock. I was becoming unremarkable and forgettable, and it was depressing to watch myself try harder and harder at being boring. I don't want to be boring. I don't want to live a life where I so fit into a standard that I become cookie cutter. Would anyone want that? The enemy of an extraordinary life is conventionality. I can't lead a fabulous life that excites me and makes me proud that I'll look back on with no regrets by ruthlessly seeking normalcy. And this nose ring is a symbolic reminder of that. It's a reminder that I am a full person and I don't have to fit into anyone's box. It is hard to feel the naysayers out there sometimes, but that's the cost of authenticity. It's a reminder that by being authentic, I will end up having more meaningful relationships with people who really know me. You can't feel deep and moving love when people don't even see the real you. You can't find true friends when you are living a life that doesn't even represent who you are. And this nose ring is protection. It makes sure that I don't ever go back. Like, we don't ever go back to that world of shrinking and leading a life that makes me miserable. It makes sure that I am rejected by those who are all the wrong people for me anyway. Many people make it seem as if being out of the norm makes life harder, but that's not true. In the long run, it makes life easier because it's true that you will face more rejection when you are like out of the normal in some way, but in the long run, that's how you find your people. And the last thing that these commenters don't understand that I want to mention is that living in a female body especially, it's always going to be something. A lot of people say, oh, you would be so pretty if you just got rid of that hideous nose ring. But if I got rid of the ring, then people would just tell me that I would be pretty if I just lost 10 more pounds or got rid of the wrinkles that are starting to pop up on my face or had a better hair color or whatever. It will always be something. It never ends. Getting rid of my nose ring isn't going to be the thing that makes people suddenly like me or treat me with respect or think me pretty. They say it is, but if they were really going to like me or treat me with respect or think me pretty, then they would do so anyway. The nose ring isn't the problem. They are the problem. Okay, thanks for hanging out with me. I love you. Bye.